in your career. Tomorrow night, you go into the most important match ever for you. Because if you win, you're going to head to WrestleMania to defend it, not chase it like you did the last couple of years. How important is tomorrow night to Cody Rhodes?
It's funny, everybody is up here and they're talking about winning the Royal Rumble, punching their ticket to WrestleMania, again winning the Royal Rumble, and I'm wondering what's so hard about that? I mean,
I did it twice.
Tough talk, it's a serious situation, clearly a very personal rivalry, but all of that, everything with Kevin Owens and that ladder match and everything, we should do something today. Yeah, there's been a sign out here. Where's the guy? That is not it. But throw that up. What does that say? Christine Chandler loves Barb.
Oh, yeah.
Good. Good.
Check a box.
Good. What does that say? Here for Michael Cole's job. Yeah.
Hey, Ron.
Guys headed for 28 years.
Can you guys do a ladder match for it? And then this one over here. Where's the Sheamus sign? No, turn it around. What's it say? Bring back Sheamus's old theme. I know, Michael, I know you're thinking this is going off the rails.
No, not at all.
We're out there. But here's the thing. I did bring back the winged eagle. I don't know if I have the power to do this, but I think we should bring back Sheamus's old theme.
You're the champ.
And listen, again, I know tomorrow it's as serious as it gets, but you guys have given me so much. I won gold in this city. Ye was born in this city. So if you could indulge me, and this is where this thing is really going to get out of hand here. We've had a great time. You guys having a great time? You guys ready to have a great time tomorrow? So again, we're giving them so much. They've given me so much. I'd like to have a moment with you two gentlemen right here, right now.
Love it. Yep, I'm in.
I got ideas. And I know you're going to hate it. Okay? And I know there's a bunch of handlers back here who are going to hate it too. Okay? But part of this, right? You're the voice of WWE, Michael Cole. Every now and then you got to get in there with the people. Every now and then you got to go out there and see the people, you know? Feel them. Every now and then at the kickoff show for the Royal Rumble in Indianapolis, Indiana, you need to crowd surf for the people.
My girlfriend.
Yeah. Yeah, you mean? My friend Pat and Michael are coming out to y'all. Y'all ready for that? Well, I'll go ahead and send this home. Y'all guys have a great time. Enjoy it. Good night. Enjoy SmackDown. Michael. Yeah, I think I'm ready.
Are you guys going to take care of us?
I'm an old man.
Are you going to take care of these guys?
And Pat. You got to take Michael at least all the way back there. Michael, you got to get in position.
Okay, I will. Hey, reminder, 6 Eastern.
Nobody step it.
Tomorrow. How do I get down? Where's Jimmy
You
Kelly?
step right here.
That's my security. That's a child. I don't think that's the right place to start. I've never done this before. 6 o'clock tomorrow. The biggest Royal Rumble of all time. Here in Indianapolis, Indiana. Tonight, SmackDown, 8 o'clock Eastern on USA. And Michael Cole, our champion. Feel the biggest crowd in the history of the Royal Rumble. This is India. Let's have a weekend. Hey, this is the city of Indiana. Tomorrow on host Joey. It's hosted in 2012. The first time ever. Stadium, home of the Colts, over 60,000 expected tomorrow night. Time being told, and they last rumble.
Right.
This great state, this incredible city, this legendary stadium. Now, I know what you're thinking. Oh, Pat McAfee. He's an indie guy, yeah. Super rich. I'm sure he'd nail a hot, cold, open video program. Hubbly bubbly. How you doing? Well, you know what? You're damn right. Let's go!
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Gainbridge Fieldhouse. Welcome to the Royal Rumble Kickoff Show. Preside! Are you ready for Royal Rumble Weekend? I'm Michael Cole, my broadcast colleague, Indianapolis' own, Matt McAfee.
Hell yeah. Biggest Royal Rumble of all time happening in the greatest city of all time, Indianapolis, Indiana. Place back up for a kickoff show. 3 hours before SmackDown starts, obviously everybody's eager and excited for the biggest weekend in sports entertainment.
You know, everyone around the world is talking about how loud these international crowds are, but Pat McAfee assures me that tonight on SmackDown and tomorrow at the Rumble, Indianapolis is going to be louder than anything we have ever heard before.
And obviously, with the location of Indianapolis, it draws from a lot of cities. And what the Midwest of the United States is about to prove is that there is no better wrestling faction than those right here in the middle of the United States of America.
My girlfriend.
And the show is about to live up to the hype. How could you not make
Hey,
so?
So everybody's talking about the Indianapolis Colts this week, of course, because the Rumble is at Lucas Oil Stadium, but there's another professional team in town.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen. A man that calls this place home, who has repped this city since the day he got traded here. Friend of mine, friend of ours,
It's really
ladies
coming
and gentlemen, Tyrese Halliburton.
The snow. Yeah. Look out the window. Look out the window.
Tyrese, you call this place home. You're a wizard on the court. Obviously, you're a massive
Oh, I guess. I don't know.
WWE fan. What are you expecting from these fine people
I'm
over the
gonna wait
next
for
2
the
days
food.
as we broadcast to the world the greatest fans on earth? I'm expecting
All right.
a lot of energy. Indy deserves this.
Maybe
Indy
a little
deserves
bit.
this.
Alexa,
Really
when's it
excited
supposed to
about
stop
it,
snowing?
And it's going to be a lot of fun. So let's
It's
do
not
it.
snowing
Okay,
right
as we look
now,
ahead
but
to
it's
the Rumble,
possible,
what are you
starting
looking
at
forward to
7 p.m.
most? Maybe
Nice.
maybe
You can expect about
the spoiler.
0.2
What are your
inches.
thoughts on how?
You're going to be there, right?
I'm going to be there. We play the Hawks tomorrow.
Well, Alexa, you're an idiot.
I'm going to get on my way there.
I'd like to know what went wrong.
Winner
If you want to
prediction.
give me more details, just say, I have feedback.
Well, it's snowing right now, Alexa, and you said it wasn't.
So that does that mean
And
I'm
that's
supposed to
still
agree?
new.
You can do whatever the hell
Alexa,
you can.
please
John
update
Cena.
weather in Getsville. It is snowing.
In Getsville, New York,
Okay.
it's snowing right now.
Tyrese,
lifelong WWE fan. Obviously, you're going to get over here after beating the hell out of the Hawks tomorrow. Are you going to bring the noise? Are you going to bring the energy? Or are you going to be part of the crew tonight?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm coming right after the game. I might, just heard through the media. 10-minute shower. I'll be there quick.
Let's make sure you wash your nasty ass.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I got you.
Okay, let's make sure we do that. Michael Cole, it's been a big week for a lot of people.
Yeah, been a huge week here in Indianapolis and a big week back at WWE headquarters in Stamford, Connecticut for a certain Hall of Famer.
Yeah, it was really cool to see Triple H get inducted into the Hall of Fame, for sure.
Magical moments happened in Connecticut this week.
Excellent. Thank you, Mark. Thank you, Paul.
Get your ropes. Get the ropes. Get the ropes. Get the ropes. Get the ropes.
HBK and the
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
an executive decision here. On the eve of WrestleMania 41, the Hall of Fame. And in the class of 2025,
My girlfriend. Teresa.
so from a guy that usually has something to say about everything, I'm speechless. And I don't know what else to say. Just thank you. Thank you, guys.
Ladies and gentlemen, Tyrese Halliburton would like to do the introduction of the latest WWE Hall of Famer.
Ladies and gentlemen, I want you guys to welcome 14-time world champion, the Game, Triple H. Let me ask you a question. You guys ready for a Royal Rumble? You better be, because this year's Royal Rumble is the biggest Royal Rumble in history. We spent 2024 shattering records, selling out stadiums, traveling the world, doing things that had never been accomplished before in WWE, and we're doing it again in 25. 65 plus thousand fans are going to be there tomorrow. But it is not just you crazy folks here in Indianapolis that make this the biggest Royal Rumble of all time. It is the people that will be in the Royal Rumble. 30 men, 30 women. Imagine that moment in time where you get to step inside that Royal Rumble. All those people there, and you have one shot.
My girlfriend.
One shot to change the entire trajectory of your entire career. One shot to launch yourself into immortality. One shot to guarantee yourself headlining WrestleMania. It is an incredible weight. It is an incredible honor to just be in it. But for those that are in it, it's something special. It's the chance to make history. When you look at the men's Royal Rumble this year,
Seth Rollins, CM Punk, yeah, hell yeah.
No more surprises for you this week.
Yeah, I don't want anybody else's music coming up on stage, surprising me with something I know nothing about. I'm also contemplating me, Shawn, and Taker triple threat at WrestleMania. Wheelchair on a pole match. Look. I live for giving you what you want. You don't want that. And neither do we. So what I say so far, Seth Rollins, CM Punk, Drew McIntyre, Roman Reigns, John Cena. And you talk about the Women's Royal Rumble, Charlotte Flair, Bianca Belair, Naomi, Liv Morgan. I don't know that I've ever seen a Royal Rumble more stacked than this. The stakes couldn't be higher. This will be an incredible weekend, full of surprises, full of moments. I cannot wait for all of you to be a part of it. And as I'm thinking about the Royal Rumble, it makes me think just about anybody could enter the Royal Rumble as a surprise. You got a minute? Let's talk.
Ladies and gentlemen, Paul Triple H Levesque, the Indiana Pacers, Tyrese Halliburton.
We didn't ask him a question. I thought for sure he was going to ask him a question that had 3 words, but we can already tell by looking at him. Tyrese Halliburton goes from beating the Hawks tomorrow to entering the Royal Rumble. You're talking about one of the greatest athletes in the history of mankind.
I think you're actually forgetting about me. Now, folks, I do hold the record for longest time in the Rumble from a commentator leaving the announce desk getting in the ring. Even longer than this dumbass.
I wasn't ready.
So, you guys know what you get when you win the Royal Rumble, right? You get to pick the champion you want to meet at WrestleMania. So let's get to it. We got some of the participants in the 30-man field here today for the kickoff show. Our first individual actually won the Royal Rumble in 2006 when he went on to last over an hour and then win the World Championship at WrestleMania. He is the greatest luchador of all time. Ladies and gentlemen, Rey Mysterio.
Legend. Brother, you can beat our ass. We understand that.
Yeah, exactly.
65,000 plus tomorrow at a Royal Rumble. Okay, it is going to be a huge night. I saw you on the internet getting lasers on your brain, lasers on your knees. You're in the best shape you've ever been. You've obviously won a Royal Rumble in the past. Do you think tomorrow here in Indianapolis, Indiana, you can do it again, Rey Mysterio?
Before I answer, let me ask them. Do you think I can do it again? I mean, it happened one time. 2 years of me being out of the Rumble due to injuries.
like you said, getting laser, knees, brain, everything checked, still great physical shape.
Oh, yeah?
I want to repeat history. And I want to do it for that friend that we all know. You knew Eddie. Man, if that energy from Eddie does not fill me up tomorrow, I don't know what will. And your energy as well. So let's repeat history tomorrow night.
Ladies and gentlemen, I had the honor in 2006 to say this, and I really hope I can do it again tomorrow night. Ladies and gentlemen, Rey Mysterio is going to WrestleMania. Ladies and gentlemen, Rey Mysterio.
Viva la raza! Arriba la raza!
You know, there's been a lot of controversy over the fact that the next guest had never
Supposed to
been
come
invited on
between
the
6 and 8?
Whoa. In fact,
Yeah, well.
my sources were telling me that
Probably
Matt
coming
the
about
Boys
an
actually
hour.
didn't want him on the show.
He'll probably be here within the hour.
This
Hopefully.
guy is
Maybe
a
not this week. Though.
son of a bitch!
But I pulled some
Oh, yeah.
strings today, and it actually happens. Ladies and gentlemen, joining us now, the man who was on the Pat McAfee
That'd be
show a few
nice.
hours ago. He is the Second City Saint. He is CM Punk. Stop it. Indianapolis.
So much love. We're not that far from Chicago. I feel like I'm in a suburb of Chicago. This is great.
Okay, we're not stopping.
What are we doing? We're taking a break, guys.
We're trying to figure out what's next. I want the people to see I was reading my script.
Look at your format, brother. It's not a script, it's a format. How's everybody doing today? I just saw Rey Mysterio win the Royal Rumble.
Dirty tricks and borderline nations and how horrific all that side of it is, right? But in regards to what we're talking about, the business side of things, you know, Vince
there we
would
go.
sell his own mother if it would have benefited the business. I mean, he was really doing everything he could business first. So to go and hear all those stories about Vince over the years, and then see Tony Khan's approach, you do sort of go, I don't know how this
What are
is
we
going to
doing here?
play.
What's on the format?
There is a lot of people that would love, and I get that, right? I think we all would love for the world to be lovely and kind and fair, and you know, that's the world we would all love, yeah? So I get why people at first like applauded that approach. But the world isn't that way. That only works if the rest of the world is going to work that way, and the rest of the world doesn't work that way. The rest of the world is full of
You think I have something for
the
you?
business worlds. You know, that it's just business. That line of it's just business. That exists for a reason, and it's because people will stab you in the back, and it's a cutthroat world, and it's horrific.
I think a lot of
And
people.
it's
It is
dog eat
around
dog.
725,
Only the
estimated
strongest survive.
649.
People are competing. Coffee shops are competing on the same high street, trying to outdo each other.
I have no
You know,
idea what
phone shops are trying to get your money rather than the other phone shop down the road. You know, you've got Amazon battling like against supermarkets and small independent bookshops. I mean, like every business that you look at, there's competition. Everything you look at, you know, even this, like what we're doing, there's loads of people that stream the shows now. I mean, when I first started, I think there was only a
This is
couple of
far
people.
beyond just me.
I never really
This is
looked at the
about
landscape,
us.
to be perfectly truthful. But to my
Ladies and gentlemen,
knowledge,
can he
I
do
was
it
only aware of a
tomorrow
couple of
night? He is
people.
the voice of the voiceless.
Now it feels like that's exploded like 100 times. So it's
Thanks,
honestly
Indianapolis.
just
I
competition
know you
everywhere,
really want
and
me on your show.
I don't know,
We
someone
love
like
you.
Tony
We
that tries
love
to take
you.
that nice approach at the start, or at least, is claiming to take that nice approach at the start. Pay people really well, and health insurance, health coverage apparently, and all this sort of stuff. I don't know, being everyone's friend backstage, you sort of looked at that and went, you're gonna get
That's
ruined. You're gonna get ruined.
In one
How
car.
is that gonna work against Vince? Vince is ruthless. Vince is gonna stab you in the front, the back, the sides.
After getting injured,
It's gonna murk you. You're gonna get murked.
About what he's going to do
And
tomorrow.
you fucking
do you know what he did? Because Tony Khan would then come
Mo
out
said my
and
birthday's coming up.
about the stuff
And he sends me this eBay link.
he would come out in press conferences really frustrated, and you could see those frustrations bubbling over. He would talk about WWE and their contract tampering. I bet they were. Right? I bet they were. And I bet, venues, I've said before, AEW trying to go to certain venues. I bet WWE turned around to venues and said, if you let them in here doing a show, you'll never get us again. You will never get a WWE show again. I'll bet you anything that happens. Because it's happened in the past. It's happened in the past. And I said before, I know for a fact, that they had WWE say to toy stores, if you stock AEW figures, you won't get our figures. You can forget having Mattel figures. We will make sure you do not get
Thank you
supplied.
so much.
And I know for a fact those conversations were
Sammy,
had with certain retailers. I don't know about all retailers,
There's no doubt that
but certain retailers.
the World Championship
And so
has been
you look at
something we've been
the stuff
trying
that
for
goes on, and honestly, the fans
and
don't
everyone's
It's
even know the
one
half of it.
Royal Rumble match.
Wouldn't even know that there are many stories that have got to come out
Can you
of
the
some of the
world
stuff that
tomorrow
goes on
and
behind
win
the
Royal
scenes?
Rumble match?
And I think if what I didn't know was Tony being ruthless and hard behind the scenes, but in front of the camera, all lovely and spinning us a different yarn. If that was happening, then very clever, very good. Be lovely and approachable to the camera, but behind the scenes, doing what needs to be done. The truth is, it's a hard world. You've got to be tough, and that's not just people personally, but that's in business.
You know what I mean?
And so
You
you can't really
Why are you
say,
so cute?
this is what you should do, that's what you should do. You have to know each situation and whatever. But I don't know, if he was not ready for that, then I think he will have found it very, very challenging. I think he would have found it very, very difficult. And it's really hard because should we really be applauding that approach from WWE? Is that something we should admire? Or is it just business? Is it just business? And you just go, yeah, he was out of his depth and it was just business and he should have been tougher. Don't know. I think he definitely has learned some lessons, and I bet he would love to go back and restart again.
Tomorrow night.
Do you know, that would be such a fascinating question. I feel like I know how he would answer it. If you was to say to Tony Khan, if you could go back and start again, what would you do? I really feel he would answer it like, well, I'm someone that doesn't believe in regrets. And I think we've had a very successful 5-6 years, and then he'll list all the stuff they've achieved, right? We're the second biggest promotion in the world. We're the fastest growing promotion in the world. He'll go through all his achievements. And he'll say something like, I'm not focused so much on where we've been, I'm more excited by the future. I think that's what he would say, and it's probably the right answer. But if we was to get rid of the BS, and actually go, no, can you tell us actually what you would go back and change? And we don't want the politician answer. I would be very interested to know what his answer, his real answer would be to that. Not the politician one, the real one. Jordan, shout out to you today. Any tips on how to look 21 for so long? Yes, Jordan. what you need to do, right, and you might need a pen and paper for this.
It's one thing to question my
You
actions,
need to make sure that you don't have a
but I
life.
feel like now
So
you're
you
questioning my
can't have any
character.
friends. You can't have any kind of social engagements. You really need to make sure you're staying indoors, away from the elements, away from weather, away from the sun. You know, my skin, as a result, has not been subjected to like UV rays because I never go outside. And also, I don't have to worry about the smog of the city because I'm in the countryside, but also I never go outside, right? And because I don't have to be running around meeting up with friends, rushing here, rushing there, I literally do all my work from this one location. It means that that doesn't really put much strain on my body, right? As long as you eat healthy, right? And, you know, just keep on top of your mental health, yeah? Which I think I'm pretty good at doing. Don't really have time to think about anything.
You think you're going to wear that jersey?
Maybe
And I'm
if I
not
was
gonna
to
come
stop
out
and
here.
think about the fact that I don't actually have a life, maybe
That
that would start showing physically. But I don't ever even get time to do that.
You're
So
not going to win the Royal Rumble.
that would be my advice to you. Put your life on hold. Yeah. Accept
You're a
that
follower.
you have already pretty
You're
much
not a
lived your
leader.
life, and now
Somebody give
you
you
are
advice.
just doing
You talk
this.
about it involved in
And
everyone's
honestly,
business.
it
You're
seems
gonna
to
help
result
somebody.
in my skin just pretty much remaining kind
Do
of where
not,
it has been
under
for my
any
life. I'm in great shape.
No.
I'm in great shape. I will not have anything said against my physical appearance whatsoever.
What's going to
Thank
give
you.
you really face? You know what it's
I dyed this grey, by the way.
Hey, Ron.
I dyed this grey, so don't know what I'm saying. I'm going grey. I am going grey because of the diet grey. Yeah, that's out of choice. So just Jordan, do that. Come back to me. Let me know how you get on. But yeah. Tony Khan has made lots of people sign NDAs. There's no way that MFer is innocent in anything. Well, the truth is all going to come out eventually, isn't it? And it's going to be very, very interesting. I mean, if you hear any of the kind of Jim Cornette conversations with Brian Last, I think they've got some insight into what's happening in the locker room. And Brian Last constantly teases about there being like a lot of stuff being said in the locker rooms, a lot of upset, a lot of anger, a lot of frustration that hasn't shown itself. But these stories will come out as soon as, like, you know, certain stars are out. You know, I really feel like there's a lot of people that have left AEW have signed NDAs, yeah, and so they can't talk about it. Or some other people are just wanting to move on. They don't want to kind of really focus on like the downside of stuff, you know. They just want to move on. But there is going to come a day, and it might only take one person. It might only take like a Britt Baker or someone to come out and go, nah, this needs to be said. And that could really open a tidal wave of stories. It does feel like there is a bit of a dam that could break at some point. So I don't know. You know me. I don't care about AEW. Right? It's not that I hate them. I've washed my hands of it. I stopped watching it in early 2024, and at that point, I was quite happy to not talk about it anymore. Would I ever go back to it? I love what Tony Storm is doing, and I will happily watch those segments. And if more of the show was kind of that level of entertaining, I would probably go back and watch it, yes.
You know,
but
Drew, I know you think you're so much
that at
smarter
the
than
moment
everybody else,
appeared,
but
that
really
and maybe the
all the same.
Osprey matches
Everybody's coming out
feel
here
like
telling
the
you
only
who
things
should
that
help and who
are
should-
grabbing my eye. I don't care about what I'm seeing with the Death Riders. I mean, to be honest, I don't really see too many clips anymore.
I don't care
I've
how
never never cared for Julia Hart, to be honest. I'd say things that I really don't need it. Yeah, no, all good. But Days, it's true. Didn't Khan say that if he had run WCW back then, that it would still be in business? According to Sapp, he mentions Khan has been more hands-on when a show gets good praise, and that sounds a bit sus. I think he did mention that, yeah, but obviously that could just be trolling Eric Bischoff a little bit, you know. I don't know that there's really anything to it. I mean, we'll never know, will we? We'll never know. Yeah, we'll never know if WCW would have stuck around longer if Khan had been booking it. We have no. If Khan had been booking it, we don't even know if they would have been as big as they were anyway. So it's just all pie in the sky nonsense. There's no way of ever knowing that. I just took that as him taking a little dig to Eric Bischoff, because Eric Bischoff is constantly having digs at AEW. Yeah, it's a really good point. Corey said, how the hell did Cody have his title? I thought they handed them over last week. That's a really good point. Brady, thank you. That is well noticed. Corey, excellent. Brady, well done. Very good. Right, yeah. Just getting a few little bits and bobs coming through. We got the video. I've been waiting for this. So shut up and take my money. See you soon, baby.
We can't even speak right. Where's my hair? Wow. What are your thoughts on Penta? What are you going to tell me about him? Tu madre el Penta. La tuya.
He's still around. He's still around. Oh, right. It's Luke's again. I do like the see you soon, baby. See you soon, baby. Very good, little fuego. Shout out to you. Yeah, I saw there was an image that was doing the rounds earlier of Penta and Dominic, and they were face to face, and I was like, that's got to have come from a video. I can't imagine that only someone took a picture of that. So and now the video is doing the rounds. Omos is with Kyrie, so they're both around at the Royal Rumble. Damien and Rhea bumped into each other. JBS said, listen very carefully, you can hear electricity or a Brahma or breathing noise. I've noticed it, I've heard people are noticing it as well. Was that just the noise that interrupted Triple H? Was it the botch? Yeah, it was the botch. Don't actually know what that was. There was a little botch that interrupted Triple H. I mean, could it be that is going to be foreshadowing something? Could it be that was a little tease of something? It could easily have just been a botch as well, couldn't it? Right, JDS said, I think I've cracked the theme song about the Royal Rumble. Yeah, look, I really don't think The Rock's going to be in the Rumble. The road sign is just a road sign. The countdown thing, I think, is irrelevant. I really do not buy into those. I think it's WWE's responsibility at this time to tease lots of different things. I think it's wrestlers' responsibility at this time to tease lots of things. If you're a wrestler and you're not a wrestler that's got a chance of being in the Rumble, a Matt Cardona, a Matt or a Jeff Hardy, a Trick Williams, an Oba Fenway. If you're one of these and you're not teasing that you're going to be in the Rumble, I think you're really dropping the ball. I think you're making a massive mistake, because you should tease so that people talk about you. It's free press to be spoken about. Like everyone right now is looking for little clues, little teases. Part of the fun is the speculating. I think that there's a responsibility on WWE and on the wrestlers to do exactly that, which is why I just don't think you can read much into anything right now, because I just think that that's what they should be doing. So we will know better, obviously, tomorrow once we've seen. We'll get a much better idea as to they all just a load of nonsense. I do promise you, and I promise you this, the vast majority of stuff you've seen WWE's responsibility to do exactly that, and it's the wrestlers' responsibility to do exactly that, and it's all part of the game. It's all part of the fun, isn't it? Days, have you seen that Topps Chrome is out today? Said Wrestle with Andy. No, I know that it was on the way. I didn't know it was today though, so that's fun. Jamie said, I'm confused. My comments aren't being shown. I saw that one, but I've seen that one. Where are we time-wise? Oh, okay, we're still doing good, really good for time. Let's go. Long Beach Hippie said, Monday Night Raw is from Cleveland. The crowd will give Logan Paul heat for sure. Yeah, he's not massively over in Cleveland, and that's where he's from. And you would think he would get a great reaction, but no, it's not the case. Even in Cleveland, they are not fans of Logan Paul. Days, it's a big night for SmackDown. With that being said, what are the final thought predictions, theories for Hunter's show tonight? I don't have any. I don't bother predicting Raws and SmackDowns because, to be honest with you, like, it's the day before the Royal Rumble. So, do you know what I mean? It's a go-home show. We're not going to be dealing with anything massive tonight. It's really just putting a few final pieces in place. There might be a few more people that are going to announce that they're going to be in the Rumble matches. And that's it, really. I mean, in regards to, say, Chelsea and Michin, that's one that we could put in the chat. And we can ask people what they think about that, because we do actually have a women's championship match tonight for the US title. So we can ask. But I think Chelsea retains. It feels a bit early to kind of take it off of her.
Of the women's tag team champions.
Who leaves
WWE? Bianca Belair.
SmackDown as champion. So let's see what you lot think. Is it going to be Chelsea or is it going to be Michin? Is it going to be Chelsea or is it going to be Michin? Right, Carl, shout out to you. I only wish for a surprise winner like Bron Breakker, Jacob, Ludwig, or Sammy. Who would be your wish? My wish would be Sammy. I would love for Sammy to. Sammy is someone that I think a lot of people will say that he doesn't quite feel that he's that level. I think he has felt that level. If you think about how bananas it was when he was competing against Roman for the title in Montreal, and I know that was Montreal, but at that point, you could have done that match pretty much anywhere and it would have got crazy reaction because, of course, he'd just been in the bloodline, we built that whole thing, he turned on Roman, like, that was the moment. That was the moment for Sammy. And unfortunately, because Sammy was not the guy that they wanted Cody. That moment passed him by. But if he could win the Rumble, and if we could then build him up for the next few months, have him in some big segments, tell some stories, creatively, you know, put some obstacles in his way. And listen, he would choose Gunther. So, and I said this before, like, we did Gunther Sammy last year, and we didn't have many high expectations. We knew the match would bang, because they're both brilliant, but I don't think we had expectations Sammy would win. And when he did, I've got to be honest with you, there was a bit of disappointment. I was disappointed as a Sammy fan because I didn't need him to have another Intercontinental title run. I've seen it.
Fucking Blizzard.
I didn't need another. And at that point, if you remember, we all wanted it to be Chad's.
All right, whatever.
Gunther. We all wanted Chad's.
We'll see.
I still think that was the wrong move, but it could prove to be the right move if we actually have Sammy Gunther again this year. Only this year, it's for the world title. And then all of a sudden, Sammy can go into that match talking about how he beat Gunther at WrestleMania last year, and he's going to do it again. Gunther, of course, can point out that he has also beaten Sammy. And, you know, honestly, that would feel like Gunther's had a title for a while now. We could get a new champion. It's not guaranteed. It's not guaranteed. It's not guaranteed that belt would change hands. Like, you could see either guy winning that match. You could make an argument, no, they'll go Sammy for a feel-good moment. Or you could say, well, Sammy won it last year. This will be where Gunther gets his revenge.
Ladies and gentlemen,
I sort of feel like I would feel 60-40 in favour of Sammy, but it would be quite close. And I think that would actually make for a very interesting world title match. And it doesn't need to carry the weight of WrestleMania, because also on the card would be Cena Cody, would be CM Punk Roman, would be Bianca versus Rhea, right? I mean, the card's going to be stacked. It's going to be stacked. So Gunther Sammy doesn't have to carry a lot of weight. So I could make an argument for Sammy being someone that could win, but he's not one of the favourites. And they're sort of teasing a heel turn. They're sort of teasing a heel turn, which I'm not keen on. I think Sammy is a great...
He's just driving by Tree Life right now.
I'm not really looking for him to be a heel.
He's just passing Tree Life, Spencer.
Yeah, you know, it is what it is. We'll see what they do, but I'm not feeling optimistic. The three favourites are Cena, Punk, and Seth. So for me, it's going to come from one of those. I think BFAB is going to cost Meechin tonight, said WrestleMania. Little Knapsack said Gable should have had his match with Gunther last year. Do we think Linda should be in the Hall of Fame, said Jamie? Definitely, Jamie. Definitely. I'm not even joking. I think we can agree, if it wasn't for the allegations against Vince, that Vince should go in. Yeah? I think we'd all be on the same page with that. If it wasn't for the allegations. Obviously now with the allegations, that situation changes, right? Linda doesn't have any of those kind of allegations against her. And historically, some people might not know, Vince, I think it was in his documentary, actually, on Netflix. So if you saw that, you will know. But Vince was in charge of the booking. He was in charge of the kind of looking after the boys. He was like the face of the company. He was the commentator.